Here's one question you all should have asked when you're in the infant school, and probably never asked this question, even though you may be 50 or 60 years old today. This will blow you away. Now, we're talking the fourth dimension of water. So you think you understand rain. Well then, I want somebody to explain this. Let's say you've got 1 acre of land and it rains just 1 inch of water. That is 27,154 gallons. This actually equates to 113.3 tonnes. Now let's take 1 acre and make it a square mile. That square mile has 640 acres, so we take 113 tonnes and times it by 640 acres. That gives us 72,512 tonnes of 1 inch of rain on 1 square mile of ground. Now, quite often we have rain that goes on for 200 or 300 miles. So let's say it's only 10 miles by 10 miles. That equates to 7,251,200 tonnes of water in weight. Now let's say it rained 5 inches in one day, over 10 miles by 10 miles. That 5 inches is equivalent to 36,256,000 tonnes, which coincidentally is just floating round in the air. 36 million tonnes floating around in the air. Did you ever ask that question, how that happens? Mainstream teaching would explain it as water vapour, and it condenses. So that means that, for example, a rain cloud dropping just 1 inch of rain in 1 square mile is 17.4 million gallons. And it says so long as the conditions in the atmosphere can keep creating water vapour, then it will continue to rain. Does that explain it? 143 million pounds over 1 square mile. Now, some open-minded scientists, taking these facts on board, thought we haven't explained this properly, and so they tried to get their heads around it. And here is an explanation of a 4th dimension concerning water, of which forms most of our body. So I'll play this video. They explain some of the weird characteristics of water and why we need to know this. And it's to do with ether, etheric charge, etheric reactions. Magical things happen.
I'm shocked by this perception. There are many aspects of water that we see every day, and we don't really understand them. These are questions that need answers. We all learned that water has 3 phases: the solid state, the liquid state, and also the vapor state. However, you can't explain all the known properties of water with 3 phases alone. You need a 4th phase. What's the 4th phase? With an energetic input, water molecules undergo massive change. They become ordered, they acquire charge. All of this energy to create the order comes from light. We began with experiments to try to learn more. We noticed something that seemed almost magical. Every one of the tests that we did showed that this water was different from ordinary water. The individual molecules actually linked together to form a hexagon, and then many hexagons. We can understand why snowflakes are hexagonal. They actually form from the 4th phase of water. After some time, there seemed to be enough evidence to indicate that this was a distinctly different phase of water. You might ask what implications it has for us. We're approximately 2/3 water. Most of the water inside of our cells, they're filled with fourth phase water. This could be central to all of what goes on in the biology of the cell. This is going to lead the way to a better understanding of how cells function.
I think part of the beauty of the fourth phase, especially as it relates, I guess, to this film, is the concept that not everything is as it appears to be. Leaving some space and open-mindedness for allowance of a shift in perspective on how you view the world is one of the most important things in my life.
Being a scientist is a search for truth. We somehow need to change the system so that we're looking for ideas whose outcome has the capacity to really shake the earth and create breakthroughs, not revolutions. You need to dig deeper and deeper in order to find the truth.
This is Wilhelm Reich's own piece of equipment, which is there at the museum for Wilhelm Reich. What we do, you can see now, it's more than just the weather. DNA is controlled by ether. The use of orgone or ether actually helps to reverse the processing of genetically modified foods. By the third seed, it's corrected. So it's not just about the weather. It's actually about the process of life that we've been involved with and the use of ether. It changes the atmosphere for the good. It changes all life for the better. So this is a massive, important agenda, and you will see that what's going on is an incredible change that's taking place that some people you just can't explain, but it's a fact that what we're doing is having massive earth changes. This, for example, is a piece of equipment that Reich produced, the potential between two etheric charge, where there's a transfer of energy from one to the other, and for some reason it cures cancer. So here on this page, all we're doing, we're telling people the truth, and as John Lennon says, being honest may not get you many friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. And we can make some massive changes that in the future will turn out to be monumental.